Okay, on this episode, I want to talk about how powerful is the deuce. And if the dealer has a deuce up, that's good. That means he's going to have to hit something. He's going to have to hit no matter what. But how powerful is that deuce? They call it the dealer's wild card. And I guess it's because it's just so flexible. But no matter what, any other card he has in the hole, he's going to have to hit that with. And so let's look at that. These four cards, if he has a 10-point value card in his hand, that could be bad because it just takes one card to break out. But all these could be considered good. These could be considered pretty good because he would have 9, 10, 11, or ace deuce is pretty good to hit on. All these, there's 5 cards there, they're going to require 2 hits. So this, at least 1 hit. This, 1 hit. Well, yeah. This is a hit, this is a hit, this is a hit. That's a hit. So no matter what, he's got to hit this hand. But this is a good position. So there's 4 pretty darn good cards for the dealer right there. These are not as good because that means he's going to have to hit again 8, 7, 6 and build a hand. So there's 5 cards, pretty bad. 4 cards, possible breakout. This one, you're not gonna. There's no breaking out with just 1 hit. If he ends up with a 4, he's going to have to hit at least 1. Well, he's going to have to hit at least twice to get up to 17. If he gets this, at least 1 hit. 7, at least 1 hit. 6. So those require 2 hits. Every one of those, at least. So those are pretty bad. If he has, say, a 3 and a 2 is a 5. He's gonna, the most he can get is hit it with a 10 and get 15. That means he's got to hit again. Same here. 6 hits it with a 10. He's gonna have to hit it again. 16. When you get to 6-5, that's a 1 card hit. He could have 17. He could have 18. And if he has these cards in the hole, these are excellent because if he gets the 10 to any of these, except for the ace, he's in good shape. So the ace is kind of ambiguous. Let's move that over. Well, let's see. Yeah. If he has the 9, 8 and 2 is 10, that's good. 9 and 2 is 11, that's good. Ace and deuce is going to require at least 2 hits. So if he has an ace in the hole with his deuce, that requires 2 hits, and the more times you hit, the more likely you are to break, even the dealer. So actually, I'm going to put this is over here with the 2 card hits. So all these could be a 1 card hit, 1 card hit, 1 card hit. You couldn't hit with 1 card and break. The 5 and the 2 is a 7, 6 and 2 is an 8. So you could not hit with 1 card and break there. You could end up being good. So that's why I say these are semi-good. And anything with if he's got a 10 in the hole, which you always assign him that, that's considered bad because he could take 1 card and break. Any 10 card hit would break him. But then with a 12, there's still 9 out of 13 cards that he can hit with not breaking. So they're not absolutely disastrous, but that's probably what you'd want to see the dealer have in the hole with the deuce. So out of all this, These are excellent. These are not too bad for a deuce in the hole. So that's 5 cards that are good for the dealer. 5 good ones. This is bad for the dealer. 4 bad ones. These are bad for the dealer because he's going to have to hit more than once. So there's 4 bad, 4 bad, that's 8, 5 good. So it's 8 against him, 5 for him or her, the dealer. So that puts the advantage on us with it showing the 2 that it can go wrong for the dealer. And like they do call it the wild card because it's so flexible. There's so much room. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 5, good cards that he can just hit once and be pat. Or they're so low, with a 5-2, he could possibly have to hit twice to get up there. 6-2, the same thing. If he hits with a 4, another hit. But if he hits with a 3, that's 11. He could go to 21 pretty easy. So that would be a benefit, depending on getting the right card. So how worried are we if they have a 2? We're not afraid of doubling down if he has a 2 up with a 10 or 11. And a lot of times people want to say if we had a 9 against the dealer's 2, you wouldn't want to, say if you had a 5-4, if this was your hand, 9, would you double down against a 2? And people want to say no, but there's 8 bad cards for the dealer, 5 good ones, so 8-5 against them, coming out decent. If you double down against this, you're going to have the 2 chances to win. So it looks positive to me to have to double down with the dealer showing a 2. Okay. All right, let's just move it up one notch and see what it looks like if the dealer's showing a 3. So it's only changing minimally, but it does change. So bad cards for the dealer are moving over, sliding over 1. And these staying all right here. So he can have 5 bad ones. This is 12, he'd have to hit again. These 4 would just flat break him. So I guess we'll leave that there. But all these, well, these all of a sudden are good. These are all of a sudden good because 6 and 3, 9, 3 and 7, 10, 8 and 3, 11. Those are all good hole cards because he hit 1 and make a 10. He could make 21 out of that, hypothetically. So those would be real positive cards for him to have in the hole. The 9, not so much. I am going to move that over there. So that's not so much of a good card because he ends up with 12 and take a chance on breaking. And again, he'd have to hit. Well, these are all 1 card hits. 2 if he gets a little one. And these, actually this would probably go here. And this one can go here because 4 and 3 is 7. He hits with a 10 or an ace. he's got 17 or 18. So that's saying that he can make a hand if we make him make a hand. So with a dealer showing a 3, there's 5 bad ones. These are all good. 5 good ones. 5 bad, 5 good. 3 that he's going to have to do multiple hits with. So these are bad. Because you're going to have to, anytime you have to hit twice, you're running the risk of breaking. So these are all bad. So he's got 2, 4, 5 good, 8 bad. So with the 3, that, it really doesn't change. It's the same as the 2. Now let's go the 4. If the dealer has the 4 up, then all these bad. These are all good. And he could have these in the hole to make a 1 card hit. 11, 21. 6 and 4 is 10, 20. 4 and 5, 9, 19. 4 and 4, 8, 18. And then the 17. So these 2 are bad because he's going to have to hit twice. Ace and 4, yeah, you're definitely going to have to. Well, with the ace in the hole, he could have 5 and he could get a 5 and go over. I mean, he could make 20, get a 6 and make 21. So that second hit, well, they all depend on the second hit. But these are all bad. So 6 bad, 5 good. You say 2 bad, but this one's really, that's a good one for the dealer if he's got that in the hole. Ace 4 is good. There's 2, 4, 6 good ones. We're going to move this over to bad. So it's 3, 6, 7 bad, 6 good for him, for the dealer. So these are good for us, bad for the dealer. Bad for the dealer, good for us. So the 4 is about staying the same. If he gets a 5 up, then this changes to here. This goes here. 11, 10, 9, 8, 6, 7. So these got to be hit again, but they can be hit easily good. So 3, 6, 7 bad, 6 good for the dealer with a 5. Okay. If the dealer has a 6 up, these change again here. And so these are all bad. 6 and 6 is 12. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So those are all bad for the dealer. These would be good for the dealer because it's 11, it's 10, it's 9, soft 17, and this is 8. So these are all good because he can hit a good hand with 1 card and probably not break. He wouldn't break with any of these, and he could hit a great card. So he's got a good chance to win there. And the bad ones where he would have to hit and possibly break is 2, 4, 6, 8. So 8 bad for the dealer, 5 good. So that the weight has moved to our advantage when the dealer has a 6 up. I'm gonna go back to 5. That's 11. Okay. This makes 12. Okay. So 12, 13, 14. Okay. 11, 10, 9, 8. Okay. 2, 4, 6. So that has changed by one card, 1 percentage point. 7 bad, 6 good for the dealer if he has a 5 up. If he's got the 4 up, this moves. These are all moving to the good side, So that's 12, 13, 14, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7. Okay. So every time that number goes lower, these cards are moving over, the better ones for the dealer. Goes to 3. The 8 moves over here again. So this is bad. This is good. 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, soft 4. So those are all good. Any of these he can break with. So there's 5 bad, 2, 4, 6, 8. 8 good for the dealer. And if the 2 is there, this moves over here. So that really does make a difference. Because now this is 11, 10, 9, 8, 7. Smaller cards we can hit. He can hit again. These are instant, bad ones. So with the 2, everything's moved over to his advantage again. 3, 6. There's 9 good ones for the dealer. 4 bad ones. 2, 4, 6. Yeah, 9 bad ones. 4 bad ones for us. 4 good ones for us. 4 bad for the dealer. 9 good for them. So when the dealer's showing a deuce up, he's got twice as much of a chance of having a good outcome with his whole card than bad. So that's why the deuce is a wild card, because it's twice as much chance that it's going to be a good outcome than bad. And if he has any of those in his hand, there's tons of cards he can hit to make it to make a hand, because there's 9 good ones that will help the 12. All of these helps the 12. Of course, if he gets a 3, then he's got to hit again, and his chances go down. So it could be a 2 hit. Let's see. 7, 6, 5. All right, all these 5 cards are a 1-hit resolution to the 12. These all have to be hit again. So there's 4 pretty bad. These are a 1-hit resolution. These are what you're hitting. This is what you're hitting, a 12 with any of these cards, or you could hit a 10. So there's 10. There's 4. But the dealer had a 12. Let's give him the 12. If the dealer's got the 12, he could hit any of these cards. These are bad, and the bad ones are going to go here. So these are bad because he'd have to hit again. These are bad because they break him. So there's 8 bad cards for the dealer possible, and there's 5 good cards for the dealer. So it's 8 to 5 against the dealer having a good card in the hole, or hitting 8 to 5 against hitting with a good card. And these same odds will apply for us if we're playing a 12 against any hand and we're hitting. These same odds apply. Okay, so if you hit a 12, there's 8 bad cards, 5 good ones. And of course, if you hit any of these smaller ones you can re-hit, but they're they're bad because you got to hit again. So, 12's not a great hand, but you got to know when to just stand on it and when to hit. But if you're hitting a 12, 8 bad, 5 good, it's leaning towards not your advantage to do that. Okay? Okay. So to sum it up, if the dealer's showing a deuce, it's not as bad as a 6, but you can still, if you're going to play aggressive, and that's the way to win a lot of chips, you can go ahead and split. These are some examples of what you can do. Split 9s, split 3s, split 8s, split aces. You can do all those. If you're going to play aggressive, split them and play for them. And these two, you pretty much have to against a 12, because 2's no good, 16 is no good, so you might as well split them and see what you can get. And that's how you build big hands. The 9's is not a bad hand. You could sit on them, but if you want to increase your winnings, you need to play a little aggressive when the advantage is yours. Right now, when a dealer's got a 2 showing, there's 8 bad, 5 good for him in the hole. That's to your advantage. So split all of these, any pair, except for don't split 5s. With 5s, you double down. Always, never split those, just double down on them. And some other examples of what you can play, you can double down and make money on. 11, 9-2, 6-5, 7-4, whatever. 9, go ahead and double down on that. And basically any ace, any ace and anything, you can double down on. Take one card you're not going to break, and the odds are in your favor, 8-5. And that's when you want to get in the game and put your money in. I mean, even if you split 3s, and it's one of those hands where you get another 3 to split again, and you get a 8 and you double down, and you get a 7 and you double down, you're in a good spot, because the odds are for you. It's into your advantage to play now. That's what you've been saving your money for. And just dig in and see what happens. You're risking your money anytime you play, but you want to do it when you got 2 chances to win and the advantage is yours, which at this time, when the dealer has a deuce up, they call it the dealer's wild card, but it's not as good as 6s. It's not as good as if he had a 6 up, but it's good. So this is the time you want to get your money in. All right, so I hope that'll help everybody making a decision in the casino. All right. I'll wrap it up now, and we'll play another cards on our next video. Thanks for watching.